Yeah, it is weird now seeing the old pictures of dad. I always thought I looked like dad, but now seeing the old pictures, it's becoming
Scary.
more and more, yeah, obvious.
I know. And we don't like to look like our parents, right?
Yeah.
I look a lot like my mom. And sometimes I look at a picture of her young and I thought, is that me or mom? And then I'm like, oh my God, I can't tell the difference between myself and my mother. Ugh.
Yeah, now I got the hair thinning, the
Oh
bald
no.
spots trying to
You're
come in. I'm
working
like
on that,
I'm like
right?
really turning into dad.
Aren't you working on that hair?
Trying to, yeah.
Don't you go to the dermatologist soon?
Yeah, I'm fighting it.
Okay, fight it. We got to fight it tooth and nail, Sam, because unfortunately you didn't get my hair and my dad's.
Oh, like I
So
was
that,
supposed to.
yeah, you were, because the way we were always taught, the hair gene came from the mother's father, which would have been my father. So I looked at your dad and I thought, well, that's not going to be a problem because look at my dad. That's where the gene comes from, my side. Well, it doesn't, people. I want to let you know that both my kids have thin hair and it's not pretty. So when you're going to marry that guy or gal, but this is to the gals marrying the guy, check out their hair history. See if it's real. Did they get a transplant or do they have a lot of hair and you have a lot of hair? Then your children should have a lot of hair. But
It's not foolproof.
it's not foolproof. That's why you got to check all the genetics. You know, now Ancestry does in the DNA, it tells you if you have thick hair, thin hair, dark hair, light hair. It told me I had thick hair, which we know I do, full. And it showed a guy with a beard. Well, I don't have the beard, thank goodness, but I have the full hair. And it also said that my hair is light. Okay, people, I was born this way.
Well, you do have highlights in right now.
Maybe that's what they tested. They saw the highlights. No, they're wrong. I have dark hair. So there you go.
Well, do you know where we are today, Mom?
What do you mean where we
The
are?
same place we are every day. Welcome to the Robin's Nest. No adults, no rules here.
And it's only Sam and I today, my handsome, handsome son.
Yeah, we finally got rid of Emma.
No, we love Emma.
We're having fun.
She's in Italy. She be home tonight on the 4th of July. So thank goodness, because we're going to the shore. You know, I'm from LA. We call it the beach. Here they call it the shore. I have a hard time getting used to that. They're going down the shore here. In the West Coast, we're going to the beach. Here, it's going down shore. There's no going. I'm going down the shore. Do you say the shore or just shore? I'm going down.
Down the shore.
I'm going down the shore.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell that means. That is what I'm doing on Friday.
You're all ready.
Today.
You have your stars on. You're good to go.
Yeah. There we go. I have my stars on. I'm ready.
So we just did an ad for Away, which is a luggage company, and in it you talk about
Sam getting engaged to Jordan. It's
Yeah.
the theme of the whole ad.
So today we're going to be talking about relationships and engagement, and maybe we'll get into 90 Day Fiance, which we love to watch.
I want to talk about 90 Day Fiance first because this is on my mind. So I met a real life 90 Day Fiance in the mall last weekend. I was in the Christiana Mall in Delaware. So I hadn't been there in years. Carol and I had been there maybe 11 or 12 years ago. I don't know how long ago, when you guys went to visit Delaware. I don't know if you remember. Carol and I went to the mall. Mm-hmm. So they have a really neat store in there, Brighton. And I used to love Brighton handbags, belts. It's very expensive. It's kind of got a Western tinge to it, silver buckles, and really pretty. So they had a Brighton store. So I wanted to go in. So I went in. I just wanted to look around the store. I'm looking for a red handbag to match my red glasses. So that was my goal last weekend. So they had some red handbags, but the salesperson got so intense with me. I mean, she was very sweet. She'd been married and divorced and married again and widowed. And now she is dating a guy for 3 years and she's a real life 90 Day Fiance. And what I mean by that is,
yeah, tell me.
She told me, now she's older. I don't know how old she was. She said, I'm not going to tell you my age. I said, well, I'm not going to tell you my age. So we had that little encounter. But she was definitely older than me. And she had like nice hair, but she said, I don't know what it is about me. I photograph really well. And my picture up on Facebook, all these guys keep reaching out to me and they want to meet me. They want to write me. those guys are fake, and a lot of them are just looking for somebody in America to be a 90-day fiance with. That's how these people meet these people. She thinks it's only her. They're after everybody. I mean, you just erase them. So that's one of my warnings, people.
What?
If your mothers, aunts, grandmothers are getting online suitors, they're fake or they're
everybody knows that.
No, they
everybody
don't.
Knows that.
No, they don't, because this woman's telling me this. How her picture must be gorgeous because all these men reach out to her. So and I'm thinking, honey, they reach out to everybody. But I didn't tell her.
What do you mean she was a real life 90-day fiance? Was she dating somebody
She's dating someone.
Okay, yeah, tell me about that. That's how
she's dating someone. He lives in another country. That's what she said to me. I said, what country does he live in? Scotland.
Okay.
So I said, okay, have you ever met him in person? Now, she might have been lying. She said yes once. Oh, maybe she was telling me the truth. Maybe not. She says she's telling him that he's got to text her every day, that she's going to. I'm thinking, oh my God. So I told her, I said, have you ever watched 90 Day Fiance? And she's no. I said, well, you need to. You need to watch 90 Day Fiance, and you need to contact that show, and they can help you get together. That's what you got to do. Now, the guy is much younger than her, and we're talking much because
typical.
I said, well, how old is he? I don't know, like 52. And I'm telling you, she was up there. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, call 90 Day Fiance. They'll help you. I said, and watch the show because it'll open your eyes.
So did she have plans to go over there or plans to bring him over? Or
no, she's kind of up in the air. She wants to be with him, but you're not going to be with them if you don't get something going, right? That's what I think. Now, I like long distance guys because then when they break up with you or you break up with them, more likely, you don't have to see them at the grocery store or anything like that. But I would never go that far. You know, mine has to at least be driving distance.
Yeah.
Like train guy.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was my weekend of 90 Day Fiance. Okay. So I wanted to talk about, you know, this is the time of year that people get engaged. Sometimes people say it's Christmas or whatever, but I think it's now because this is now and I'm into the now, live in the now. So I was going to talk about how I got engaged to Mark, which, you know, wasn't typical. He had commitment issues.
It was very lax.
Well, yeah. Well, he had commitment issues, and we were dating, and everything was great. And he got transferred to Houston. You know, and I'm living in Beverly Hills. I mean, well, I'm going to Houston. You know, sorry, Houston. I do love you, Houston. Okay, but, you know, I was living in Beverly Hills. I'm from California. And I'd lived in Dallas, and I already knew all about Houston. And that's where I didn't want to go. So he said to me, I want you to come with me. You want me to come with you? Yeah, we can live together. Oh.
And how long have you been dating at this point?
We'd been dating, well, because we knew each other longer than we'd been dating. So we started dating in September, and that may have been February. It wasn't long.
What?
I know, but what are you going to do?
Is that even 6 months? That's like about 6 months.
Yeah, but we weren't going to get married right away. You know, yeah, I would have driven through Vegas. I was ready to drive through Vegas. Let's just drive through Vegas and get married, you know? Oh, no, Mark wanted to see me come down the aisle in white. Okay, whatever. So I just pulled out my calendar. I said, well, I'm not going to go with you unless we're engaged. I'm not going to leave my job and everything.
Pulled out your calendar.
Pulled out my paper calendar, which I still use. And I laid it out and I said, pick the date. And this weekend, July 6th, would be our anniversary. And so we got married. We came home back to California and got married on July 4th weekend. And that was really, really, really fun. So, yeah, I had to kind of push him into it. But I know, Sam, and you'd agree with me, it was a great decision for him.
Sometimes you got to just push them.
Sometimes you
like
do.
You're trying to push
hint, hint. Yes, sometimes you have to push them because they have commitment issues. Now, Mark had commitment issues because he'd been married before, but not for very long, and he was really hurt. So he didn't want to do that again. I understand that. But I'm not going to go to Houston without a ring. without, a date.
So he just agreed, and that was that?
Yeah,
It was
he
that
picked
easy?
the date. He said, okay, well, maybe we should do over July 4th. I said, yeah, that sounds great. Then I booked a place. It was much easier back then. We didn't have bachelorette parties. I didn't even have a shower. Deneen, my girlfriend, promised me a wedding shower. I'm still waiting. Mark's dead. I guess I could still have the shower, but she promised me that. She didn't follow through on that, but I understand. It's okay. I'm good without it now. But we didn't have all that stuff. I just had a small wedding. It was really nice, and we had a great time, and that's all that counts. So, Sam, see, you don't have to make it this difficult. You can just, give her the ring, propose, and then let it just go from there. Because there's no perfect time.
You say
Are
that.
you waiting for the perfect time? Is that the issue?
No.
Okay.
I'm just waiting.
Just waiting. He's just Sam and waiting. Okay. So, well, I hope you're not hurting her feelings. So if there's any guys out there, just propose. This is the best time of year to do it. Just do it and get it over with. All they can say is no. Or they could say yes, and then your life has changed. No, I take that back. It doesn't change that much. It really doesn't.
Well, the thing is once you propose, then it's the whole planning the wedding, and that's a whole thing. And then there's the bachelor party and the bachelorette.
Did you want a bachelor party? Because you don't have to have one.
I would want something.
Oh, you do? Because I would have thought you wouldn't want one.
I had to go to all my friends' stuff. I'm going to force them to go to my stuff.
Well, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. I mean, you can have one if you want. Back in the old days, they had a bachelor party. It was 4 hours at the strip club. It wasn't like a weekend where everyone has to pay money to go.
That's what mine would be.
Yeah, that's better.
Maybe 5 hours.
5 hours at the strip club?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't know you liked it that much.
It'll be low-key like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I think it's really awkward. I like the idea of it, but then when you get there, it's awkward.
So you could just have a little dinner party and hire a stripper to come. The guys would probably like that.
Okay, I'll think about it. I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
Yeah, keep that in the back of your mind. Small, intimate bachelor party with a couple strippers. Or
a couple now.
I'm adding.
I don't even know how to transition out of this, Mom.
Well, we could just say.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, ladies and men.
True.
And it just is what it is. We're just talking about engagements. And I'm going to pick up on this when Emma gets back, because there's a lot more to talk about. Isn't there, Sam?
Yeah, there's always more to talk about.
Always more to talk about. And as soon as Sam gets engaged, we can switch the subject. But till he does, every week we will be talking about updating you on engagements.
Oh, and I also want to mention we have tons of messages in our Instagram inbox that I'm still trying to go through and answer. It's honestly emotionally exhausting because so many people have stories and, they've connected personally with our videos, and I get that. But it's emotionally exhausting trying to hear all these stories and,
Why don't you let me help you?
Okay. But I just wanted to say we're getting to the messages, and we appreciate everyone reaching out. And we're going to talk more about it. Maybe we'll share some of your stories if people are comfortable with that.
I'd love to do that.
But we love hearing from people, and we want to answer any questions or share stories that anybody may have. It would be really nice.
I would love that. Well, that's it for today.
Yeah, make sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listen. Also, check us out on Instagram, TikTok, now Facebook. We are everywhere we can be.
And remember, I do cameos, very inexpensive, because I just want to brighten up your life.
You do fun cameos too.
Thank you.
I like your cameos.
Thank you. Did you like the one where I wore the birthday hat? Did you see that one?
I didn't see that one. All right, well, that's it for this week. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Remember, no adults, no rules.
No adults, no rules.